You are staring at another piece of exercise equipment gathering dust in the corner. You bought it with hope. You used it with guilt. Now it just mocks you. That's the cycle. Sign up, buy in, burn out. The pain starts, the time vanishes, and the quiet resignation sets in. The body gets softer. The stairs get harder. And you start to believe the story, that this decline is just what happens next. It's not. That story is a trap. The problem is your willpower. It's your strategy. You've been sold a lie. The lie says getting in shape requires a gym. It requires machines, weights, complicated routines carved out of your already complicated life. That lie creates a barrier so high you never even start. Or you start, and you hurt yourself, and you stop. The truth is simpler, and it's harder in the good way. Your body is too failing you. Your approach is, by the time we are done here, you're going to have a new one. A 4-part system built for the body you have right now, not the one you had at 25. This system requires zero equipment. It takes less than 30 minutes a day, and it rebuilds the foundation, your strength, your metabolism, your joint health, from the ground up. Forget everything you think you know about what you need to get started. You already have it. All right, the dust has settled. The bad strategy is in the past. Now we build. Pillar 1, your daily engine. This is not exercise. This is maintenance. Your metabolism after 50 is like a fireplace that's been banked for the night. It needs a reason to burn bright again. You give it that reason with a walk, a specific walk, not a stroll, a brisk 20-minute walk, ideally within an hour of your biggest meal. Here's why. Your body just got a massive delivery of fuel, that meal. Without a signal to use it, that fuel just floats around, causing trouble, spiking your blood sugar, storing itself in places you don't want it. That walk is the signal. It tells your muscles to open their doors and pull that sugar out of your bloodstream to use for energy. It's like turning on a vacuum cleaner right after a spill. The surprise? A 15-minute walk right after you eat does more for your blood sugar control than a 45-minute walk you do hours later. It's about timing. The how is simple. You walk. You aim for a pace where you can talk in short sentences, but you could sing. That's your intensity gauge. No gadgets needed. Your lungs are the gauge. Do this daily. Consistency crushes intensity every single time. Find a hill. Find some stairs. Make it harder next week, but start with flat ground. Start with 20 minutes. You're not training for a marathon. You're recalibrating a system. This is the foundation everything else sits on. Now, the heavy lifting. Pillar 2, strength. This is where the fear lives. This is where you've been told you need machines, weights, a spotter. You don't. You need your body and gravity. That's it. Here's the brutal, non-negotiable truth. After 30, you lose muscle. Between 3 and 8% of it every decade. After 60, that process can accelerate. That loss is just about strength. It's about your metabolism slowing down. It's about your bones getting weaker. It's the single biggest factor in whether you fall and break something or you stand up from a chair under your own power. This is about vanity. This is about sovereignty. The goal is to tell your body, loudly and clearly, that the muscle stays. You do that with tension, progressive tension. You have 3 movements to master. The squat, the push-up, the row. Forget the gym versions. We adapt. For the squat, you start by sitting down in a chair and standing up. That's it. Control the descent. Pause at the bottom. Stand up with purpose. Do that 5 times. That's a set. Do 2 sets. If that's easy, don't use your hands. If that's easy, slow the movement down. The goal is quality. Mastery. The push-up starts against a wall. Stand a few feet back. Place your hands on the wall and lower your chest to it. Find an angle that's challenging but perfect. The row uses your kitchen table. Sit under it, grab the edge, and pull your chest up to it. Your body is the weight. Frequency? 2, maybe 3 days a week. Never back-to-back days. Your body builds on the off days. The progression is stupidly simple. You did 5 good reps this week. Next week, try for 6. Add 1 rep per set per week. That's the signal. That's the progressive tension. Here's a secret weapon. The iso hold. For the squat, just hold the bottom position, thighs parallel to the floor for 30 seconds. That builds joint stability and raw strength faster than wobbly reps ever will. This isn't about getting pumped. It's about getting durable. You look ridiculous. Good. You were building armor. Now, before we go further, a shift. This is the midpoint. You know what to do. Now we make sure you can keep doing it safely for the next 30 years. That brings us to Pillar 3. Pillar 3, the longevity layer, mobility. This is the oil change for your body. The creak in the morning, the stiffness when you stand up. That's not just age. That's a system running dry. Your joints produce less lubricating fluid. Your connective tissue tightens like old rubber bands. The cruel joke is this stiffness makes you think you can cheat exercise, which makes you even stiffer. It's a trap. You break it with 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, every single day. First thing in the morning or right before your walk or strength session. This is heat stretching. This is lubrication. You removing synovial fluid into the joints. You reminding your hips and spine what their full range of motion feels like. The movements are simple. Hip circles. Stand, hand on a counter for balance, and make slow, deliberate circles with one knee, like you were drawing a coin on the floor with your kneecap. Cat-cow. On all fours, arch your back up like a cat, then dip it down gently. Controlled neck rotations, looking slowly over each shoulder. The key principle? Move slowly to the end of your comfortable range. Never into pain. You're not trying to become a gymnast. You're trying to become someone who can tie their own shoes at 80. Here's a tiny move with massive impact. Ankle rotations. Point and flex your feet. Rotate them in circles. 2 minutes of this directly improves your balance and the stability of your gait. It's a direct counter to the fear of falling. This is the maintenance that makes the strength work possible. It's not optional. It's the price of admission for a body that lasts. Now, the final piece, the accelerator. Pillar 4, recovery and nutrition. This is where most effort goes to die. You do the work, but you don't get the results. Here's why. You don't build muscle in the workout. You break it down there. You build it in the repair shop. That's recovery. For a body over 55, the repair shop needs specific materials. 2 levers. Protein and sleep. First, protein. Within 2 hours of your body weight session, you need 20 to 30 grams of high-quality protein. Greek yogurt, a chicken breast, a couple of eggs. This is the raw material for repair. Is the bricks delivered to the construction site? Without it, the signal from your workout is just noise. Your body can rebuild. The most common gap for people our age is not getting enough protein, especially after exercise. If hitting that target with food is tough, a scoop of a high-quality protein powder, whey or plant-based, makes it simple. I've linked the type most experts recommend in the description below if you want to take the guesswork out. Second, sleep. This is HealthTide about rest. This is about chemistry. A lack of quality sleep can slash your muscle building response to exercise by up to 60%. You can do everything right and still lose if you're not sleeping. Prioritize 7 hours. It's not lazy. It's strategic. It's when growth hormone does its work. Hydration matters too. Water is the transport system for all of this. It keeps your joint fluid thick and moves nutrients into muscles. So, the summary. You started believing you needed a gym, machines, complexity. You were wrong. True fitness is a simple, daily system, a strategic walk. Foundational body weight movements, daily mobility, strategic recovery. That's it. That dusty equipment in the corner, that was to your failure. It was a mismatch. Your body is the only machine you'll ever need. Your home is the only gym that matters. Your body is always listening, always responding to the signals you send. Consistency with these 4 pillars is a deafening, powerful signal. It says the decline is optional. It says the strength stays. The stairs get easier. The future gets clearer. You have the manual now. The clutter is gone. Start today.